Okay, so I saw this in the store at Target, and I was really surprised because haven't seen this anywhere online, and I haven't seen anyone talk about this. But this is the giant Mecha Sonic versus Sonic set. I have the original Mecha Sonic, like the little 4-inch figure or whatever, and this looks really, really cool. This is really impressive for like a Sonic toy. I feel like this is such a minor character that's getting so much merch. I feel like if you're like a Mecha Sonic fan, this is a really good line for you. Jax is doing you really good. I haven't even removed the tag so that you can hear the noise. So let's just open this thing up. Okay, finally got him out of his packaging. Wow, he's pretty heavy. He's a pretty good size, honestly. I'm pretty impressed with how large he is. Oh, and he has actually rotating wheels. And what? He's supposed to make sounds. Okay, after messing around with the figure and reading the actual description of the toy, he doesn't make sound. What he does do is that he lights up. So that's just one click. And so his eye lights up. He doesn't have much head articulation. Like just back and forth and no up and down. Another thing, the light is still on. Another thing is that there's rollerblades underneath his feet. But you press the button and they just fall back in. So that's not too helpful. I thought if you you click it and then they lock into place. But no, they're just kind of there. Oh, like you click it and they come out a little bit. They come out a little bit. Click it again and they go all the way in. Like they're out a tiny bit and then they're in all the way. So I guess that's nice. So they'll go around freely. I wish the wheels would come out a bit more because it's like you're basically scraping the bottom of the text, like the copyright text. It's almost as it's like you can see the copyright text and then right above that is the wheel. It feels like you're basically skating on the bottom of the foot and not actually on the wheels. Oh, and then you can click it twice and then it kind of pulses, which is pretty cool. And then for both modes, the lights, the jetpack in the back, there's a exhaust in the back, lights up as well. So those are the two modes. I thought it was gonna make sounds like, I don't know, some robot sounds. Oh, one thing that I don't like on the original, it's also an issue with this one, is that its shoulder joint. Like this is not a ball joint. This is just like a hinge. Like it's in the shape of a ball joint. You would think that this would move back and forth, but they just kind of fused it into one piece. So now you don't get any back and forth. You only have this kind of hinge here, which I think is pretty lame. Like I think it'd be cool if you can just move his arm back and you have. I mean, you have the bicep swivel right here, but his shoulder just is locked in the same angle in the same space. I don't know if they did that to save money on the original. But I think it's pretty lame. Let me see. Oh, he does a full kind of 90-degree bend. I wish that these springs kind of bounce up and down. If you're gonna do a bigger version and he has these springs, I think it'd be cool if he actually was able to kind of at least move them. I don't know. I mean, it's basically the same. I mean, this isn't the same mold, but it's the same 3D file. So they totally could have given him, they gave him hand articulation here with the thumb and everything, which I think is pretty cool. Like he can possibly grab something, like an arm or something. But I wish they would have given him a bit more articulation, because this is a bigger figure now, and definitely the head. I understand electronics wise, he might not be able to have much articulation in the head, but a little bit more than what we're getting. And then here is the Sonic figure that they throw in. Oh, she does have some forward and back head, which is nice. This is like a hinge on the, like this would be nice if this big guy, if this Mecha Sonic had the forward and back, like if you just change the joint out for this regular ball joint type situation or a hinge joint, like you just move back and forth instead of it being like fused into the arm without it being able to move back and forth. I don't know. These like throw-in figures are actually, this one's like actually one of the better ones. I feel like most of the time he's like frozen. Like the one that came with the Eggman mech or the Metal Egg or Giant Egg. Yeah, the free Sonic that came with that one was just like in a pose already, which was a cool pose, but I prefer something a bit more articulated. I don't think the hand on this one rotates. I think it should. It's like a separate piece. I mean, it is moving, but it's like frozen there. I think it's glued on. I think the hand is glued on. So this isn't like a terrible Sonic or anything. I won't be using it. I'll just throw it in a box and then forget about it. But not that bad of a figure. If you want something like very simple and small, it's actually pretty nice. Okay, time for some size comparisons for this guy. Okay, first thing up is the original Mecha Sonic. Yeah, this was like a really great figure. Something that I really liked, but it still has that issue with that ball joint that I feel like shouldn't be like frozen. I feel like this joint right here shouldn't be frozen, stuck into the shoulder. I mean, it still has, you know, rotation here at the elbow, but like I really want to be able to swing this arm back. Let me see. Maybe if I heat this up, like this isn't like a super complex shape. I could maybe 3D print it and then replace the shoulder on this, but oh, something I just realized is that his head is like locked, so he has no articulation. I mean, I knew that before, but then I went to move it because I forgot. Him having no head articulation is kind of whack, but I still think this is like a really good figure. Like getting like merchandise of this character, like such a minor league character, is really cool. Damn, this looks so good. It's kind of wild that like Jax is going with Mecha Sonic and not Metal Sonic or any of the other versions of Sonic or like Silver Sonic. They're just kind of doing this classic Mecha Sonic, and they're not doing any of the other alternate versions. I guess they're trying to milk this guy as much as possible before they start moving on to the other versions of Sonic or the other versions of Metal Sonic. Okay, so here's all kind of the relevant figures that I own to show the scale of the giant Mecha Sonic. Here we have the Nendoroid, and then we have the other figures from Jax, Dr. Eggman, and then we have the Egg Robot, and then we have Knuckles and Tails as well. This is actually my most popular 3D model that I have on Codes 3D that's free, and it's just this little stand for the rings that come with Jax. I think there's like 50 downloads or something, or maybe it's just 20, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's my most popular thing that I've ever 3D modeled. I get like a notification like once a week that someone downloaded it. So here's like the size comparison of all of these figures. Here he's kind of fully bent knees. Let me just stand him straight up to see. I thought he was gonna be like the same size as the Egg Robot, but it's still like a head smaller than what I thought. I mean, it's pretty close, but it's still like noticeably smaller. I think I want more space in my display, so I might put him away and then just swap him out for the Mecha Sonic, because this guy is so cool. He even has, you know, the light up effect, and I really don't like handling this guy because he's so fragile. Like every time I pick him up, I always accidentally press the center button and then like it scares me, or like my finger gets caught for a second. It doesn't hurt, but it's just kind of annoying to deal with. And I think this guy is so cool. I really hope that in the future Jax does the other Metal Sonics, such as the Silver Mecha Sonic or whatever. There's just so many characters that I wish they would do. And I don't think I'll pick up any of like the actual characters, like any of Sonic's friends, but enemies are really well done by them. Even though I've thought about like 3D modeling some, they usually have like some complex shapes that I don't really feel like going through the effort to make. So I think I'm just going to wait on Jax to make most of them. Okay, so I was wondering if he can actually like grab things. With one arm, probably not. But here you can see he's grabbing the smaller version of himself, carrying the smaller version of himself, which I think is pretty cool. If you have like a Sonic figure, you can fit in here and then have him maybe try to squeeze him to death or try to hurt him. So yeah, that looks pretty cool in my opinion. Now that, oh shoot, I feel like when it's like standing up, it doesn't want to like go back in. Like you have to like kind of, oh gosh, you have to like tilt it over to get the wheels to go back in. Alright, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.